Good morning. Good morning. We have
Good
tons of
morning.
people
Good
still
morning.
popping in here.
Come on, James. I feel
All
like I'm
right.
at the right place at the right time.
Yes, sir. All right,
Huh?
everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are live on YouTube and we're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm going to mute everyone and we're going to start out with just a little tour of some of the tools that are available for writing books. And then our AI Sensei, Chief Technology Officer, co founder, Ed Garza, is going to be giving you an incredible day of training. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll just start out with a little review of what we have here available to write your book because folks, everything you need to write your book, build your book cover, and to um, publish your book, make it audio book, everything is right here in our system. All right, so this is our dashboard for our tools, and many of you already know that to get to the tools, you just click this little arrow up here in the top left, and I'm gonna blow this up as I go through here so you see a little bit bigger. But these are the folders that our tools are in, and so when you scroll down, you'll see things like create audio, music, make videos, create images, write your book. Well, I think that's probably where we need to go. Write your book.
Come on.
Yeah, we have everything in here. If you don't have really an idea of what you want for your book, we've got a book clarity coach in here. We've got a book 360. We've got book research. If you already have an idea of what you're going to write your book, maybe you've got an outline or anything, we have the ghostwriter right here. This is the most popular tool. You can write your book start to finish with the ghostwriter, and it'll actually kind of quizzes you to bring your genius into your book. What you don't want to do is you don't want to just write a generic book. You want to write a book that's about your expertise, what you love in life, what you do, what your mission is, what your expertise is. And that the ghostwriter will quiz you and have you put some things right into it. Then you can create your book cover right here with the book cover tool. You can go ahead and make your audio book right here. We can even show you. It does cost some credits to use this audiobook maker, but we even have a tool in here that will allow you to make your audiobook for free of charge. This is a new thing we put in here, and you can humanize your book. Let's say you don't want it to sound like AI wrote it. We've got a little tool in here that will actually humanize it, make it more human. And then we have other books here like the Authority book. This is another ghostwriter, but this is really designed and customized to write your authority book on what you're an authority on. This fictional friend, you probably won't see this in your tools because this is actually I'm on as an admin, but that's for the kids to write their book. It does a little bit more coaching and stuff to get them to write their book. But when you go into this ghost writer, you're going to want to open up what we call as a thread. You'll see there's some different threads here. Motivation 101, and then you can name these, you can change these names. So if you're writing a book about, journeys to France. So I'm going to click new chat and it's making a new thread here. And I'm going to rename this and I'm going to say journey to France because I'm getting ready to actually make a journey out to France.
James, make it breakthrough journey to France.
Breakthrough journey to France. There you go. And it has been a breakthrough for me actually because I had to have a breakthrough to convince myself to let my 15-year-old daughter fly to France by herself and spend almost a year out there as an exchange student. And now she's finished school for the year. She's doing a internship at a museum there. And so I'm flying out on the 4th to go spend 3 weeks with her and then come back. And it truly was a breakthrough journey because I had to go through the whole. In fact, I've written a book that I'm going to publish, which is Let Them Go and Let Them Grow, because I really had to have a breakthrough to be able to let her go to France for a year because she's been by my side since she was just a few days out of the hospital, and been in business with me her whole life, and letting her go that far without dad was definitely a breakthrough. So as you can see here in this coach, it says, hello, I'm your creative writing mentor and ghostwriter style advisor, here to spark ideas, craft tailored prompts, and give clear constructive feedback through the lens of the ghostwriter's techniques. To get started, what genres or mood are you most wanting to most drawn to right now? Are you working on a short story, novel, poetry? Any themes you want to explore? What are your goals for the next few weeks? And share a snippet or a concept, and I'll shape prompts, exercises, and guides to match your voice. So what it's doing is it's pulling your genius out, so you don't end up with just a generic book about something. It's actually something to do with your expertise. And we actually did this live with Dr. Breakthrough here, I think about a year ago, Dr. Breakthrough, and we created a book. Dr. Breakthrough, well, tell your story. Your first book took you how many years?
Yes, I think it was 2 years ago. But yeah, my first book took me almost 20 years to write, right? And then you and Ed said, hey, Doc, would you like another breakthrough? And I'm like, of course I would, right? And so you all took me through this process and asked me all the questions, did all that. And so we got our book on Kingdompreneur, the art of doing business God's way with God's blessing. And absolutely, like I said, the first book was 20 years. This book was like an hour or something to get in the main part. And then, of course, I just had to go in and add stuff and pull away stuff or whatever else. But it was so empowering, impactful. And like the scripture says, redeeming the time, the days are evil. And so it actually helped me to practice a biblical principle of shrinking time frame, right? And so it's like in the martial arts, right? From start to becoming a grand master, I mean, man, that was 50 years. Well,
Yeah.
you guys are taking that when the book to become a book master, literally, an hour or so. Anyway, but folks, I want you to listen up, pay attention. These guys know exactly what they're talking about. Matter of fact, my second book, if you want to check out the MMAbook.com, the MMAbook.com, that's another thing that they, again, couple hours, then they did the audio book, the ebook, everything. So, folks, you're in for a treat today. I'm Dr. Breakthrough. I can't provide a breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. But when people file the breakthrough prescription, God provides it. And if you want a book breakthrough, I'm prescribing checking out this and getting started ASAP.
Well, thanks so much for sharing your testimony, Dr. Breakthrough. It was a fun, powerful day when we did that. And put your link to that book we wrote in the chat box so everybody can see that. By the way, folks, if you have had some kind of an outline, or maybe you've started a book and you just didn't finish it, you can actually click this little plus sign right here, and you can upload that into the system. So say if you got a PDF or a Word file or something, upload that into the system, and it'll train this specific thread right here on that book. And this is how tight our security is. This doesn't go out to the wild, wild west like most of your GPTs, like ChatGPT or any of the others. It actually is contained in here. Whatever you put in this thread, this other thread over here, like Motivation 101, won't even know what you put in here. That's how tight our security is to protect your intellectual property. So you can put that in there. The other thing that you can do, excuse me, is you can just click this little microphone here and start answering these questions and telling your story. So Ed's going to actually take you through an entire book here in just a few minutes, but I'm just going to give you an example of how you might use this to pour your genius in here.
Appreciate
I'm going to click. You bet.
I'm ready when you are, sir.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and let you take it. Well, let me take just 1 minute here, and I'll show them one example, and then you can take over. Okay. So I want to write a true story, and that story is going to be about the journey, the pain, the excitement, and the joy that I went through to decide to let my daughter go and let my daughter grow, because she had a dream, a 5-year dream that she worked hard on to be able to go to and study in France. Okay, so it just typed down everything. So you see how you can just speak your genius into the system, and you click it, and it's going to go ahead and it'll start processing that. But then it's going to come back with a series of other questions that you can also speak into it. So you're not writing a generic book, you're truly writing a book based on your genius. And yes, it's going to do research to help beef up and to give citations and things like that. But you see here's how now it's done is it's given me a lot of more questions to go through, and it's so simple. You just click and speak to those questions, scroll through and read them and answer them. Okay, with that, Ed, I'm going to stop sharing and I'll turn it over to you, buddy.
All right, welcome guys. Welcome to the AI Book Bootcamp. We are going to have some fun today, so let's get started. I know we got quite a few allowing some people come in, so let's start off with a little bang here, and we'll get to rolling. We already have a topic. We did some research on this topic today,
But
so
Ed,
let's go ahead and
can I
get
tell him that?
started. And give me one.
But can I tell him we named you the AI sensei, and sensei is the word teacher, instructor. So
Thank you,
sensei,
sir. Thank you
take
very
it.
much. I appreciate it, buddy. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So, welcome, guys, to the AI Book Bootcamp. We appreciate you guys.
Every expert has a story. Every story deserves a book. And today, we will show you how AI will help you write yours. What if today was the day you stopped saying, "Someday I'll write a book," and started calling yourself a published author? Welcome to the AI Book Bootcamp.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, guys. Welcome. You know, writing a book definitely is kind of what I like to say, and I know Mike likes to say it, Mike Driggers, who's here with us today, as well as Dr. Smiley. These are both powerful publishers. Writing your book, what we're doing today is I wouldn't even give it 1% of the work that needs to be done, because once you write the book, you're going to learn today at the end from these guys. We're going to hear from them. There's more work to be done, a lot more work to be done, because we want to get that book out. Think of it as simple as, for example, how many of you have a new grandbaby this year or this decade, right? When you got a new grandbaby or you got a new baby, you want to tell the world, everybody around, everybody wants to know about it. It's the same concept, right? You want to tell people about your baby that you birthed. You unearthed your story. You got it on a pen and paper. And everybody here today has an expertise. You have an expertise. We just want to help you unearth that expertise so you could get it published. So writing it is the first step. Beyond that, there's even more work to be done if you truly want to use it as leverage. Because today, leverage is as high as it possibly can be. We've never seen leverage this high in our entire lifetime, or even throughout the entire time frame of our existence. There's never been a tool like this that gives us this much leverage to be able to take our expertise, our knowledge, our genius, our anointed intelligence, and be able to write, to be able to take and utilize AI as a tool and write something that comes from our voice, that is part of our intellectual property. That is where the power comes in. So we're going to get started here, and I'm going to show you. We did some research, and I think it's really important for you guys to see. It is important. You don't want to rush the process. AI definitely has the quality of speed, so you don't want to rush the process. And many of you may need help with the process as well, from expertise, for people that know how to leverage the tool, right? You may feel a little awkward speaking into AI because it is a new tool, right? It's something different. It's like perhaps if you were asked to drive an Indy 500 race car in a race, right? You probably wouldn't be very comfortable in that car. You want to get trained first, right? And that's really what this boot camp is about, is to give you an overview to showcase the tool so we could demonstrate how to use it. Some of you will grab it right away. Some of you will say, you know what, I need help with this. and that's fine. We have resources. In our book Grand Slam, we have easily 8 AI tools to walk you through the entire process. Now, AI is changing rapidly. That's going to change. But these 8 AI tools that we're going to show you actually are still part even of our new platform that we're launching because they're going to be working in the background. You're still responsible for these 8 categories. So let's take a look at them. What are they? What are these tools? Yesterday in the AI Breakfast Lab, we went into our research tools, and we have research tools in the platform that can help you do deep research. So we have deep research where it's like a research assistant, which would cost you maybe a couple of dollars to do. You could do research on complex topics, uncover key insights. It's perfect for academic work or market analysis or personal knowledge building. It enhances your discovery and your organization. So if you're writing, for example, something that you want to do some deep research on, you certainly can use this. Now, we have a free research tool, which is for books also. Both of these can be used for books. So research is important. Ask any of the publishers that are here with us today, Dr. Smiley and Mike Driggers, right? People that have written books. You don't want to come up with a title that somebody else has written, right? You don't want that problem, right? You certainly don't want problem of infringing on somebody else's intellectual property. So those are all things that are important. So the book research app is critical. And it's pretty simple. All you do is put in your information like I did yesterday. And I put in my information about my book. Now, some of the questions are, pretty straightforward, like, who's your target reader? What's your topic? What's your primary goal? And here's the research summary. Let me open that PDF. You could export the PDF, opens up in a separate window, and it's about over a 40-page document. 42 pages. And it gives you sources, it gives you all kinds of other books that have been written, their topics on the topic. Also gives you gaps. You know what I mean by gaps? Somebody put gap in the chat. GAP. That's like your gold nugget. That's like finding a diamond, right? Somebody put gap in the chat. It's like finding a diamond. It's saying, in other words, nobody's written about that topic before or that angle or targeted that specific demographic. Would you say as a diamond, Mike? If you could find that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dr. Smiley. I mean, especially if you find a gap in the market, nobody's written about it, you could be first to market literally. So you want to do that. You want to operate with speed, right, Dr. Smiley? Definitely. All of us want to do that. So we're excited about this because I did a lot of research yesterday. Look, category analysis, right? Success patterns, refined research scope. You could just print this out and just take it with a highlighter and highlight main points, right? Best practices for case studies, handling different source types, essential elements to include, right? Related subtopics, suggested gaps. Did you see that? Content gaps and unique angles. So I did this because this is the book we're going to write today. So audio first scripts. So I think that's an obvious gap because the book we're writing today is going to be for business CEOs and executives. So audio first scripts, meaning you write it like for the ear. You write it. That's a good prompt. You may want to put that in the chat too. When you're using AI, say, hey, I write this for the ear. So what that does is with your audio first script, it gives the script the content that's being written where it's friendly when you take it to audio, like a live listener exercises or verbal, really just verbal prompts that they can hear and remember. Right. So that's a gap. Obviously, a lot of writers don't write for the ear. As a matter of fact, I know some people here I even talk to that are writing books right now. We know business owners, they just don't have the time to sit there and read books anymore like we used to, right? Things are moving faster. Audio is huge. It's a great way to learn while you're working out, while you're driving, while you're traveling, while you're on a plane, right? You can listen to content fast. And so that's important for this sector. The playbooks for small and medium enterprises, that's what SME means, micro. We're talking about micro, focusing like a playbook in hospitality, retail, professional services. That's some sectors that there's some gaps, some budget-friendly tool comparison tables with pricing and features and integration tips and pre-written change management. What does that mean? So change management, obviously, it's a huge. The change management has never been greater or more intense in our entire lifetime. Yeah, okay, Microsoft Office upgrade goes throughout the 100 employees at an office building. It's pretty easy change. Maybe there's some additional features or Excel. The IT department goes on everybody's computer and they upgrade Excel, right? That's huge. But now we're talking AI. So change management is even more difficult with big corporations. It's like moving a ship going west and turning them east. You understand? So small, medium-sized enterprises, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 employees, they need guidance. How do you even guide that ship of AI? There's a lot of cognitive problems and fears of people. Is AI going to take my job? Or I'm embarrassed to say, AI, help me write my summary for the meeting today. Let's talk about all those things, right? Team training, deep dive on AI, on video AI and do-it-yourself marketing content on a shoestring. These are gaps, that we should talk about, and then also to build engagement, right? Because we have the tools and the resource and the training to fulfill all of this. So that's another thing. You don't want to write a book that, you don't want to write a book that, about something you don't know anything about, right? You want to write a book that if you get called upon by media to speak or talk about a topic, that you will get called upon and you know what you're talking about. Right? Doesn't that make sense? Isn't that what you teach, Mike? Exactly.
It makes sense. And
Yep.
and do you think folks ought to read their book before they publish it?
Oh, absolutely. So it's important for you guys to understand this. What do you think about these gaps? I'm just curious, Mike, and you guys that are here that are publishers. I mean, these are good topics, right?
Yeah, they're different, like you said, finding that micro niche, that angle that somebody hasn't talked about, right?
Right. Right. And then you could do some more research yourself because it gives you a lot of sources, right? So you could, if you wanted to, you could look at some of these other books, right? That were published in the past and what they focus on. This is all market research books about applied artificial intelligence, AI for dummies, practical AI guide. You could research all these books. You could probably even buy the Kindle for cheap, or maybe you can get them for free. It depends on, just do your research. There's even links here that you could paste in, right?
You know what I like about this, Ed? And sorry to interrupt real quick,
Yeah.
but I was taught early on that if you ever want to be an expert in one topic, go read the top 5 best-selling books, and now you're the expert, right? So this research tool pulls in all these books that give you the ability to be that expert.
Right. Yep. So here's angle one. Angle one is AI blueprints for small businesses. Angle two is audio first conversational AI playbook, so that we know our target market would rather listen to a book than read it. Budget small AI implementation guide, right? It gives them a guide to implement AI as well, and then gave us a prototype chapter outline, right, as well. Okay. So this is the book research tool, which is super powerful. If you don't know what you want to write about, you want to do some research, this is a great way to start. Yeah. Cool. So I wanted to show you guys that because that's an important tool in our platform. It is a book research. That's not going to ever go away. Book research will always be a part of the book writing experience, whether you manually input information or AI does it for you. So I want to prepare you for that. Eventually, you'll see one of our tools that we're coming out with that'll do the research for you, right? And then give you a summary and then help you move faster, even faster. So there's book research right here. And then we got a book clarity coach. Like I could go right to this coach and I could upload that PDF file and say, hey, guide me a little bit, right? I could start a chat. Here's some research. I could tell it, here's some research I did, et cetera, et cetera. So in the book clarity coach, it's going to ask you a series of questions. You may not need to use the book clarity coach because this can, you may get have clarity already. But if you don't know what your expertise is, this can help unearth your expertise. It's going to ask you like a series of 15 questions or so. And it's going to ask you very, just like a coach would. What are the few things you're consistently praised for? What comes naturally to you? Right? I mean, I know from stories that Mike has said to me, and even Dr. Smiley, with his publishers, there's all kinds of incredible topics. I mean, I think Mike was telling me about somebody that wrote a book on crocheting. Now she's making easily six figures speaking, teaching people coming into ladies in a room learning how to crochet because she wrote that book. It's incredible. So any kind of topic doesn't matter, right? Everybody has an expertise, a hobby, something they love doing. So that's what this actual coach, yes, this book clarity coach helps you get clear on. So these tools are fantastic. The book 360 coach, it does exactly what it says. It's going to give you a 360-degree, the full circle. You could actually click on this and just input. You can even upload some information here if you want to. Right? There's where you could upload your initial after your research, after the book clarity coach, you could tell it what you're looking to, what are you looking to do? And it's going to generate some great results for you, maybe give you a full circle of everything that you want to do. You could use all these tools, some of them or a piece of them. And then you have the ghostwriter, then you got the fact checker, then you got a book critic, and you got a book cover and an audio book and a humanizer that can humanize your AI copy. And then we have a couple of other book writers here as well that walk you through processes like the Authority book and the New York best-selling book. Our new tools that's coming out, by the way, which you guys will be learning about shortly, and we'll tell you more about that later today, is going to combine all these tools in one. Pretty incredible. We've already tested it. We're writing books with it. But I'm going to show you today the process because this is still important. This is critical with the ghostwriter. Now I'm going to start a new chat like you saw James do. So thank you, James, first of all, for going through an overview, showing them some of the key features. He does a great job explaining how you can upload documents, speak into it, right? That's all important, right? And I'm going to use a principle called stage prompting to move fast. Things are going to move fast now. So what I have organized after I did book research, I did the book research, right, in the book writing tool, right, under book writing tools here. And we make it really easy for you to find it. You just write your book. That's where the tools are. So in the book research, I got it summarized a little bit. So I summarized everything. Another way you could search for stuff in here, like if you want to get to it quickly, you just type in ghost. And there it is, ghostwriter. So here I am again. Here's the first conversation. I could rename this. So I'm going to
Ed, I don't think you're not sharing screen right now, just in case. Did you want to be sharing screen?
Oh,
I see
he's
it.
sharing it. If you click on
Yeah.
the tab at the top, you should be able to see his screen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. All right. So I'm going to have AI Book Bootcamp. I'm going to go ahead and save that so I can come back to it. So that's saved, right? This conversation I can come back to tomorrow morning over coffee or while I'm sitting down instead of watching Netflix. I could get on my phone and I could chat with it and pull some more stuff out of it, right? And write some additional topics, right? Good news is once you write your book with the ghostwriter on this string, it'll do anything for you. It'll write social posts, LinkedIn articles, video scripts, your video sales letter for your book. It'll do everything. Okay. So here's my summary. I'm going to go over this with you a little bit because I think it's important before we get started so you can see my logic. And I want to show you this logic a little bit. Okay. So let's make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see that. So that's kind of my vision. Working title is really, we're going to talk about, I may tweak that a little bit. It's not that important. I could tweak the title later easily, right? So, I could even say the leverage economy, or I could talk about AI economy, whatever I want, right? The reason I want to talk about leverage is because AI changes so much. I'm not going to write about AI tools. I want this to be a book like The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. That book is still relevant, isn't it? It is, whether it was 5 years ago or today. It's still relevant. It doesn't expire. So if you write about a book that may expire, it's not a good thing. So what I want to write about is a book that will be on the shelves for a while. So that's why I'm talking about the word leverage, right? So, I could change this to something unique, and I probably will, right? How AI is creating the greatest business opportunity since the internet, and how entrepreneurs can multiply their time, team, revenue, and impact. The big idea is that every generation experiences a technology shift that changes the rules of business. The Industrial Revolution multiplied physical labor. The computer revolution multiplied calculations. The internet multiplied communication. Artificial intelligence is multiplying human intelligence. Isn't simple. This isn't simply another technology. This is the greatest leverage tool ever created. The entrepreneurs who understand leverage will build companies that are faster, smarter, leaner, and more profitable than ever before. Those who don't will eventually compete against businesses capable of doing 10 times the work with the same number of people. This book is not about software. It's not about a new way of thinking. The purpose of this book Most AI books teach readers how to use a tool. This book teaches readers how to transform an entire business. Readers won't finish the book saying, I learned ChatGPT. They're finished saying, I now understand how to build a leverage first company. That shift is in thinking is real value. The central thesis, the book belongs to businesses that maximize leverage rather than labor. More than a century, For more than a century, business leaders believe growth required more employees, more hours, more offices, and more overhead. There are still industries that are still, by the way, still using legacy models. I'll just give you one example. The automotive industry is still using legacy models for their content and for their websites. Legacy CRMs. They've been around for years, right? They're not equipped for the new AI era, right? That model is a lot of these models will be ending. So the next generation of successful entrepreneurs will create organizations where knowledge, automation, systems, and AI multiply every employee's contribution. The companies that dominate the next decade won't necessarily employ the most people. They will create the most leverage. That is what make, that is that what makes this book different is this is not another AI book. It's not a business strategy book. Technology changes, principles endure. While AI software will evolve every year, the principles of leverage, multiplication, automation, systems, thinking, and knowledge assets will remain valuable for decades. This book explains AI through timeless business concepts instead of explaining business through temporary knowledge. Before reading, overwhelmed by AI, unsure where to begin, believes AI is complicated, thinks AI is mainly about writing content, concerned about being replaced. After reading, thinks like a leverage architect, understands how AI fits every department, builds systems instead of depending on people, makes faster, smarter decisions, creates an AI ready organization, views AI as an opportunity instead of a threat. The core framework is the leverage economy. Every business can dramatically increase its value by improving leverage across 10 critical areas: knowledge, leadership, sales, marketing, operations, customer service, finance, human resources, automation, visibility. Each area becomes measurable, each becomes improvable, each becomes a multiplier. Instead of asking what AI tool should I buy, readers begin asking, where's my business under leveraged? That question changes everything. The structure, approximately 67,000 words, 6 by 9, 12 major chapters, stories, case studies, research, illustrations, historical examples, modern business examples, implementation guides, exercises, reflection questions, action plans. The reading experience should feel like a conversation with an experienced entrepreneur rather than a textbook. The reader experiences four transformation: awareness, understanding, application, leadership, the long term vision, consulting, certifications, etc., etc. Universally, yeah. It becomes like a blueprint for organizations thriving in the leverage economy. Years from now, the entrepreneurs shouldn't remember this book because it explained AI. They should remember it because it changed how they think about business. The goal is to create timeless business classic that remains relevant long after today's AI tools have evolved. The readers adopt one belief after finishing the book. It should be this: success is the new economy. Will not belong to those who work the hardest. It will belong to those who create the greatest leverage. What do you guys think of that? I'm curious what our publishers think, and James and Dr. Breakthrough. You like the summary, the vision?
Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah, I like it. There's actually a couple good lines in there for chapters and
Yeah.
even the title.
Right. And this is
Yeah,
going to help us really get it off the list. Dr. Smiley, you were going to say something?
well, this other doctor, no, this is Dr. Breakthrough, but no, it's amazing, excellent, and yeah, it's great.
Right.
And Dr. Breakthrough and I get confused as the same person a lot of times. So I just want to, first of all, say that.
It must be the hair, anyway.
It's the hair and those karate moves.
Well, I actually want to edify what Mike was saying earlier about the 5 people that are the experts, and you actually bring yourself to be that position. But if you put in your book talking points in the back page of your book, and you tell people with your business card or your bookmark, hey, these are great talking points. It helps the interviewer, the podcaster, guide you through exactly the points you want to talk about.
That's great. Love it. Love it. All right. Thank you guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to download this PDF here. Right. And again, this is a workshop to show you how we write this book. So we're going to get started now. All right. So now that you understand a little of the context of what we're going to be doing, so all I need to do now is get this book vision right here by adding a plus sign, and I want you to watch. I'm going to do what's called stage prompting. So what is stage prompting? So stage prompting is where I'm going to work with the AI, like building a scaffolding to get to the top of the building to write the book. Okay. So stage, it's just literally what it is. It's like stage. It's like putting together Legos or putting together a puzzle one piece at a time, right? That's stage prompting. Okay. So it is a technique. Every major prompt engineer understands that. This is more advanced training, but it's good for you guys to understand, what we're utilizing, and think of it like helping somebody, training somebody, right? Let's say even in baseball, right? They go on stages. They start with Pee Wee, go to Little League, and then et cetera, right? Stages. Stages is what we're talking about. All right, so here's our book summary right here. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to open that. Now, here's an important point. This is all text, no images. I would not suggest uploading heavy images to the Ghostwriter in a PDF. It's too big. Okay. So keep it simple. And another thing you don't want to do, we're talking about stage prompting. So I'm not going to say write my entire book because it's not, first of all, AI will hallucinate and it'll probably give you an invalid response, right? So all I'm going to do now is make sure it understands my vision, okay? So I'm just going to speak into it like you saw James doing, and we're going to rock and roll here, okay? And by the way, any of our panelists, Dr. Breakthrough, Dr. Smiley, Mike, James, If you guys want to say anything while I'm doing this, feel free to interrupt. You're not going to offend me. Just, if you want to say something about what I'm doing, or you point out something, or give me some advice, hey, you guys are open here. This is a collaborative community boot camp. Okay. So let me get started by giving it some direction, and you could do the same thing. So this is like, all this is a initial clarity statement. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start writing a book, and I want your expertise. So I want you to pull from your knowledge and make sure you understand my vision. I just want you to give me the basic concept, that you understand what my book vision is about, first off. And I also want you to cover any blind spots that I may have, things that I don't see, opportunities that I don't see. You should capture my entire vision here, as well as the length, as well as my target market. Don't start writing anything yet. Just give me a summary of what you understand and a bulleted list of blind spots that I may want to consider. AI is phenomenal as a tool to help you see your blind spots, things that you may not see, to help you discover new things. I mean, it's like having an entire writing team. The ghostwriter is programmed in the back end. Let me explain what that is. So the ghostwriter is programmed with different algorithms, writing styles, voice styles, genres of books. So it can write just about anything: children's books, fiction books, nonfiction books, romance, thrillers, any kind of genre you want to write. It can even write screenplays for movies or shows. Okay. But stage prompting is important. You don't want to overwork it. In general speaking, there's not a generative AI tool in the market that will write your entire book in one shot. Yeah. Uh, there are a few, but it's not with generative AI. We're going to have one of the first ones that can actually do it, and do it right. I mean, when I say do it right, it's going to incorporate everything that you see here, right? Everything. And it's going to have the security that it needs to protect your intellectual property. I mean, the book research, the clarity, the ghostwriter, the fact checker, the book critic, right? All of these will be all individual agents at some point that do it for you. Here we go. What I understand about your vision: you're building a strategy focused forward book, business book. How to use AI, how to use a tool manual, how to use tool manual. The core argument: AI is the most powerful leverage amplifier in history, and the winners of the next decade won't be companies with the most people, the ones with the most leverage. Perfect. The hero is the entrepreneur. Yes, it is. AI is the catalyst. The promise to readers is a mindset shift from overwhelmed, tool obsessed, to leverage architects who design organizations where knowledge, automation, systems, and AI multiply every employee's contribution across 10 functional areas: knowledge, leadership, sales, marketing, operations, customer service, finance, etc., etc. Beautiful. How the link lands. A 60,000 word is right for a timeless, principle-led business classic while remaining accessible. Consider three parts for clarity: principles, practices for departments. Okay. Your target market prioritized. Yes. Okay. Blind spots. Here we go. Okay. Change management. Yes, I understand that. Governance and risk, measurement, defined leverage index, finance lens, show the CFL ready. Okay. People, skills, hiring profiles, industry, tool, agnostic. Okay. All great stuff. A lot of great information. Opportunities. Okay. So what I could do, and here's what I do. That's what I love doing. So I like to copy a lot of my information. So there's a great little tool here. You just hit copy, And I like to come in here because this is I'll go back to this at maybe later, right? So I like to put it in a Word document. So I just put it right here. Boom. That's everything that the answer, right? The blind spots, everything. All right. So here we go. So I like to copy what it's saying because I don't have to scroll up and look at it, and I could actually get that. I could summarize that also, really easy. All right. All right. So I think we're on target, and I'm just going to move forward. I'm pretty sure that. Let me look at the blind spots real quick. Let's see here: finance lens, people skills, environmental cost, positioning. Okay. Quick clarifiers. Which two or three reader personas do you want to win first and why? What's your non-negotiable promise to the reader by page 50? Do you prefer a tool agnostic book with criteria checklists or a light tool exemplifiers with sunset notes? What business outcomes do you want? I'm going to go to some of the publishers on these questions and ask you guys, how would you guys, anybody can answer that if you're on the panelists here, the first question to clarify. What two or three reader personas do you want to win first? So the personas were, let's go back up and let's look at the personas it gave us. And obviously small to medium-sized enterprises, right? Was one persona. Um, target one.
I think small and medium sized businesses, because that's really our target market.
Yeah, ops, rev ops, marketing, HR, and finance. It gave us some different CEO forums. Yeah, I'm not looking for our target. I'm looking for writing the book for not just not just small, medium inside prices, but even a little bit larger. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's just answer these questions. Any input, guys, on any of these questions? Please feel free to give it. Let me answer the first one. So what I like to do is I'll just speak into it. Our reader personas obviously would be micro, small to mid-sized enterprises, as well as C-level executives and entrepreneurs. Our non-negotiable promise to the reader that I'm not sure of yet. Any input, guys, on that?
Maybe by page 50, they'll understand the power of using AI in their business.
Mm. By page 50, the reader will understand the power of leverage and how it's never been more powerful relative to their business. I want them to understand by page 50 that leverage is their new rule, and that's how they should evaluate any new tool in the AI era.
Ed, can I jump in and ask a quick question?
You can ask these, yes, you can.
So because you're dictating into it, and because it says C level, SEA, will the AI be smart enough to discern between that and C level and fix it?
Yes, of course. Yeah, absolutely it will. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So where did it say C level? Did I say C level somewhere?
At the very top, right
Oh
there.
yeah. I could just do C. Yeah, just C. Yeah, it's smart enough to understand that.
So it's smart enough that we don't have to double check our prompts before we hit enter.
Yeah, right, exactly. We've written it because the voice sometimes doesn't because there's interruptions or background noise or whatever it may be. Yeah, 100%. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption.
No, that's great. Any question? That's great. So let's see here. So I think I want to do like a light. I could just copy that, right? So a lot of times I just copy this, and I'm showing you what I would do. I just like to take its expertise because it's got expertise, right? So I'm just going to paste that in there. What business outcomes do you want? I think, speaking and consulting, yeah, are really good opportunities because that's what we want, right? So, and then that's perfect. All right.
Yeah, AI makes up for any like spelling or verbiage. It's really smart.
Mhm.
You
So when
see how it's pulling.
the great news about the ghostwriter, it is the difference between, and this is a great point. I think Angela Martinez and John Martinez helped us understand this a little bit more. They're part of our corporate team. Our ghostwriter does not, it pulls you along instead of you having to push it along. That's the difference between this and using ChatGPT. The other difference is if you're writing your book in other AI platforms, it's going to, your information, intellectual property, you're training that AI bot and the information you're giving it your intellectual property as well. So with our platform, we keep everything secure, number one. Number two, it helps guide you along also. If you like you've never written a book before, right? Or you just you need some guidance, it's going to guide you with, perhaps steps. Now you don't have to follow those steps. So it knows we want to push towards an outline, right? So which two domains should we spotlight first for quick wins? Sales, operations, marketing, or customer service? For speaking and consulting, do you want the keynote to emphasize the founder stories or cross-industry data? Any negotiable non-negotiable case types or industries you want represented? Okay, in the early case studies. So great questions, right? So sales and marketing would be good. Somebody wants to ask a question? Okay. All right. So let's just answer this. The two domains that I would like to spotlight for quick wins are definitely,
I don't think your mic clicked.
yeah. The two domains that I would like to spotlight first for quick wins are obviously in the category of sales and marketing. That's what drives the organization's growth. Profit drives their growth. Leverage can create profit. For speaking and consulting, I'll emphasize the founder's understanding of using leverage to accelerate their efforts, to multiply their efforts. Our non negotiable case study types are small to medium sized enterprises, even auto dealerships, as well as franchises in the area of health and wellness. And think mid sized businesses that are located across main street communities around the nation. Also think globally too, because leverage is now available globally to any business, to any enterprise, to any entrepreneur. Okay. So this is where the work comes in, right? Where you're answering some questions. When we get the outline, we start writing the book, it's going to move fast, right? And I'm going to pull it out a little bit, pull out of the ghostwriter like probably none of you have seen before. I'm going to pull out a lot of writing out of it today. All right, we have time today, so we're going to do that. And I'm going to show you how you do it. So again, stage prompting is important. And by the way, the ghostwriter will help you with stage prompting, as you can see. Do you guys see how it's assisting with stage prompting? If you stick with it, right, it's going to nail things down for you.
I've always loved how it pulls your genius out of you.
Right. So here we go. Let's go back up. It does. So here we go. Let's go back up all the way to the top. Okay. Here's a tight blueprint aligned with your choices. What I'm looking what I'm looking in from you. Quick win spotlight, sales, marketing, and growth. 50-page promise. Leverage is the new rule for evaluating every tool and decision in the AI era. Okay. Small, medium-sized case studies, franchises, especially health and wellness and other Main Street businesses, showcasing global applicability. Yes, you want audience to see how founder executives use leverage to multiply. Perfect working outline. The leverage economy, the new law of leverage. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's maybe a good title. Or the new AI law of leverage. Leverage economy, the leverage lens. How do you evaluate any tool? The leverage stack, knowledge systems, automation, visibility, from labor first to leverage first, leadership, your baseline, the leverage index, application, sales and marketing, pipeline velocity, win rate lift, cycle time compression, marketing, signal over noise, distribution leverage, customer acquisition, efficiency, operations brief, customer service, finance, automation, and visibility. Scale and stewardship, perfect. Leverage index, perfect. All right, scale, marketing metrics, yes, 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 yes. Okay, quick win playbook, sales, standard, okay, marketing, perfect. All right, tell you what now. Now I'm going to give it some case studies, okay? So let's give it some summarized and case studies here. I think I have something prepared for that. So you want to upload your own case studies, like if you have case studies, so you can upload your own case studies, right? Let's see if I can find them here.
And if you don't have any, the book research tool will pull up case studies for you.
Yeah, you could use other, but it's probably not a good idea to use that if you're publishing a book. Go to the publishers for that. If you're going to publish somebody else's case study, you probably want to give them some
So you need
credit.
to citate it, give them credit for it.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, sir. All right, let me look here. Okay.
I think the auto dealer case study is a good one. If you have
Yes.
that handy.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now, sir. Okay. Any questions in the chat?
Let's
Okay.
see.
You could raise your hand if you have a question also.
Lots of kudos in the chat. Great summary. Sounds like excellence. Love it. You've given me so many ideas for a book to go along with my business. Love the privacy and security. Found it most helpful. Brilliant. I'm taking good notes. Wow, fantastic. Use AI to write for the ear. So just a lot of kudos in here, Ed. Everybody's loving what you're doing. If you love what Ed's been doing for you, throw a 10 in the chat, show him some love, and let him know what you think. I mean, this is a beautiful way to be able to write a book.
Yes. And let me add too, I'm a paid speaker. There are people that would pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to attend a book writing seminar like this that wouldn't get, 1/10 of the information that you're getting. So Ed and James want to applaud you all for making this available, where only thing people have to do is pay the attention, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
actually want to add, Dr. Breakthrough, that they would pay thousands and thousands. And the thing about the legitimacy of this is, I just want to acknowledge Mike and this team, that they're all about ROI and impact. I mean, this is a big deal. You're leaving legacy, you're leaving impact. Most importantly, it's rewarded by the abundance you get from doing that the right way. So,
That's
Ed,
right.
I'm just
Thank
so
you.
happy to be part of this.
No, we are happy to have you guys, both of you guys, both Mike and um, Dr. Smiley and Dr. Breakthrough on our corporate team. This is the case study, and the case studies are going to be a powerful part of your book, right? I mean, look at this. Most dealerships, like I talked about, Approach AI auto dealerships by purchasing another software platform, experimenting with chatbot or asking their marketing team to generate a few social media posts. This dealership that we worked with took a completely different approach. Instead of simply using AI, leadership committed to becoming AI-ready dealership. That decision transformed every aspect of its digital presence, from website architecture to customer engagement to discoverability, the search visibility, future readiness for AI-powered search engines. The challenge, they had a legacy website, old website, wasn't doing anything, low traffic. It was built for traditional search engines, right? It lacked AI readiness, structured content, modern engagement, it lacked high converting user journeys, AI discoverability, and long-term scalability. Yeah. The strategy that we used, instead of replacing existing operations, we executed an AI adoption. The leadership committed to understanding AI first. This wasn't delegated solely to marketing or IT, right? So we did a complete website rebuild. They got rid of their legacy system, which, by the way, their legacy system, Dr. Breakthrough, they were paying for that, but the manufacturer put money in a pool to help them offset that cost. They said they cut that cord. They rebuilt an entire website. We did it for them. Now, this included AI readable content, customer engagement, long-term AI readiness. Here's the results. Their Google impressions increased dramatically, reaching approximately 600,000 impressions from only about 30,000 previously. Yeah. Cloudflare Analytics showed over 30, now they're getting over 38,000 unique visitors. It processed this is within 1 month, 824,000 requests, demonstrating increased activity across the dealership's ecosystem. Their customer engagement went from 20 seconds previous to 2 minutes and 8 seconds online. Their organic search performance showed about a little over 1,000 organic clicks, along with a notable improvement in average search positions. Why this matters: organization impact, competitive advantage, key lessons. So I'm going to upload this, okay, to the Ghostwriter. So we PDF it. See how I just PDF that? I'm going to throw that PDF on my desktop. Here we go. And I'll go back here and let's upload that document. Okay, so we just go down to Momentum Tech Auto. So if you have documents and all that, that's important, right? And it takes time. So here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, auto study. Boom. Here's one automotive case study. Evaluate it. I want to make sure you understand it and find the best place to insert this. This dealership decided to use leverage, and they're actually adopting AI beyond marketing and sales. They're actually adopting AI into service and operations, improving their response time to lead inquiries, using agentic AI to send emails, automation, so they could be the first experience that a customer sees before other competitive dealerships respond to that lead. They're operating with speed, and they're fully adopted from the top president all the way down to the salespeople and the parts department to utilize AI and agentic AI in their dealership because they see the power of leverage. There you go. So, you know who I'm gonna have? You know, is what is Frank? Are you on the call, by the way? No, he's busy with family. I bet you Frank, with his credibility, I think it would be really good to have him write the forward. What do you guys think?
We have a we have a Frank on here. I'm not sure if it's him.
Colton?
It doesn't know last name. You're muted, Frank, if you're on here.
I don't think it's him.
You don't think it's him? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it may not be that, Frank. Yeah. Well, he's
Not
got like
everyone,
30.
not everyone can be Frank. Listen, there are some people that have to be someone else.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, but he's you want to pick. Let's talk about your forward. Can either you or Dr. Smiley or Mike talk about that a little bit?
Mike, I know that you have something to say, but I'm going to start just with so many people actually know the biggest people in the world. And I've had people say to me, gosh, is it really that important to bring a person in the Ford that I know that's powerful? And I'm like, are you serious? That's 100x value. I had someone in the Maryland say, I know Governor Hogan, he is so popular, he could have been considered the next potential president. And I think when he found out who he's running against, he said, I'm not going to do that. But my point is, having someone that everyone knows that is integral and brings it and causes crowds to actually feel warm and fuzzy, it's a no-brainer. You are only the name that you are, but if you get someone that's 100 times bigger than you, you actually cause that person to edify you, and that causes mass attraction. So, Mike, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, the one thing with any type of forward or testimonial from type of celebrity, and a celebrity can be a local politician, it could be an entrepreneur or CEO of a major company, it could be other authors, speakers that have something. What that does is create a celebrity attachment, and that celebrity attachment transfers over to you. So people will actually buy a book or a program because a celebrity liked and endorsed it. I mean, look at TV commercials and how they use celebrities and for perfume and clothes and all kinds of stuff, right? Why? Because it creates a celebrity attachment. And so anytime you can get a forward from someone that people, just knowing that that's person, they'll grab the book. So it creates an enhancement, creates credibility, and establishes your authority. And again, that transfer, there are people out there that like that person, and because they like that person, they're saying, who's this, how do they know him? And so it creates this curiosity, and people want to buy it, want to know who you are, right? So that celebrity attachment is important.
That's great. Thank you, guys. It's very true. So you want to choose that celebrity, and it could be a celebrity in the industry too. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, like, for example, Frank is a celebrity in his industry in that vertical market. A lot of dealerships know his name because of who he is.
And I wanted to actually add two
Can
more
I add
points
something?
real quick. Breakthrough, you can. Dr. Breakthrough, go for it.
Well, just real quick, like when I first wrote my book and I got some real powerful celebrities that they didn't know me, they didn't, you know what I mean? But part of the key is if you'll write an endorsement or a couple of them out and just say, hey, I've taken the time to write one out for you. You can choose between the three, you can change whatever. I found you get quick response that way because a lot of these people are just so busy, right? And then, they have to research you sometimes to try to, but if you take care of that for them, it gets done a whole lot sooner, a whole lot faster.
Love it.
Back to you,
Dr.
Dr.
Agreed.
Smiley.
And I'm going to say that, well, I was going to say my next book, I'm asking graciously if Mike Drigger will write the forward to it, because I want to edify him as someone that I care about that actually brings authority to the picture. So pick someone that actually is a partner, a person that actually knows the industry, knows what you're doing to bring it in. And the other part is see who's actually got the influence in the world that you want to be in, and see if they actually want to bring you in that world with the type of interviews. So if you get them to say the forward, but they don't do the interview, you're missing the boat of actually getting them to have social proof on that level too.
Yeah, and that was a great point, Dr. Smiley. The when you have like you're targeting a particular audience, look for a celebrity that's well established. Or, and again, the word celebrity, sometimes people think movie stars, and it could be a local mayor, CEO. So if that CEO of that company is well known in that particular industry that you're in, then having that person targeting to the audience that your book's targeting to, that's important. And I agree with what Dr. Breakthrough said about I teach a whole thing on this about getting writing the forward, and even just testimonials. Give them 3 options to choose for, or one that they can make themselves, because people are busy. And you'll be amazed that you can get people, celebrities in the world. Like I've have celebrities in my books. Brian Tracy's given me endorsements, Les Brown. I have movie stars. I have baseball stars. I have authors that I've sent pre-made testimonials to, and in my book, and then they send it back in an envelope that I provided. I make it so simple and easy for them, and I've got their autograph saying they approve it, right? So that's important. So
You guys see the powerful, the two powerful geniuses that we have with, and how thankful we are to have both Dr. Smiley and Mike. They're putting together programs for you guys that are just going to blow your socks off. Not just blow your socks off, they'll probably blow your shoes off and make you do a backflip. I mean, seriously. I mean,
But no
so
more. We won't blow your toes off because you need to walk still.
yeah. So now I'm having it write my tentative outline, right? And it include a powerful introduction as well, right? So, that's exactly what so I'm giving it in some stages. And eventually I'm going to get to writing the introduction because I want you guys to hear it, because we're going to actually create the audio book of the introduction so we can listen to it. That's one of the most powerful things to do for me. At least I like doing it. I like listening to the book before I move on. I want to see the style, the tone. I'm also going to ask it to write it at a 5th grade level, so people can understand it. I mean, it's just, you know, I think that's important. I don't
yep.
want to, yeah. Um, and no matter what level grade they are in terms of their knowledge, but that's probably the national average.
And why did I go to 4th grade even?
Don't know.
To see if you could go past 3rd.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Now this is a little different, but from the marketing standpoint, Ed, when you get some of these celebrities to write a forward or endorsement or whatever, the beautiful thing is when you're ever at an event with one of them, you get them to shoot a video with you, standing with you, holding your book. That will cause sales like crazy, like it's
Boom, boom.
stupid.
Yes, 100%. Actually, I hate going over 100%, but 100% plus.
And the crazy thing about it is everybody on here can do it. And, this is so amazing because this levels the playing field. Like you had to have, you had to be this super special person to write a book back years ago. Now you've got this power of leverage. Like Archimedes said, if I had the lever long enough and the prop strong enough, I could single-handedly move the world. So you're selling some nutritional products. You got to have a book, an authority book, right? That helps on that. Whatever you're selling, whatever you're doing, whatever you're representing. And again, this is done so easy and so simple. And Ed and James, you all have just made this, like, excuse the expression, stupid simple.
A little ninja trick on that. I love that. And you're right, Dr. Breakthrough, having that where you get a picture with them and the book. Here's a little trick on testimonials. Make it on your topic, not so much the book, because then you can use the testimonials on your brochures, your courses, your other things that are around that topic.
Great idea.
And
Exactly.
it's also it's sad because I've had people that, like you said, they bought my book just because Zig wrote this about me or Jim Rohn or whatever, and it was like I wasn't. It wasn't about anything about me. It was about what they said, right? Because they said something nice about, like I said, my book, my top, whatever the person bought it. Now, once the person got in, then they enjoyed, and you know what I mean. But so I'm saying, but folks, you just got to leverage. Don't forget about the ego thing. Like I don't care why they get it. I just know there's something in here. God put something in each one of you that each one of us need. And so you need to get it out. And James and Ed and Dr. Smiley and so forth, they're helping you. So all you need to do is apply yourself and do this. And I'm telling you, you're going to then start, your book's going to go where you haven't been, and then it's going to take you where you haven't been, and it's going to bless people you never dreamed you could bless. And
Well,
you're leaving a legacy.
yeah, well, and you may be thinking, well, why would they do this? Why would they want to endorse or give a testimonial? Um, one of Joe Theismann's like one of the greatest in constant exposure. His career ended years ago when his leg got broken, but he's one of the world's highest paid speaker. But why would he endorse something of mine? Well, because he's constantly putting his name out there. They want their name, and anybody that's a good marketer wants to get their names out. And so this is why, and they remember when they first started. Why would Michael Gerber give me a testimonial? Because he wants his name out there. He remembers what it took for him. And so again, there's don't get caught up in trying to assume that they're not going to do this. I just filter, right? I blanket and then look for who is responding, and I take that and I run with it, right? I don't worry about whether they're going to or not, and you'll be surprised. Again, that if anybody's wants to keep their brand out there, they're going to do that. They're going to endorse. They're going to support.
Guys, that what these guys are talking about is worth like
It's gold.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gold. It's gold, guys. So you guys get to be here because you made the commitment to be here. Congratulations for being here to learn this. But this is the expertise we're bringing to the table for you guys. And imagine being able to get coached by them to help you write the book. If you've never gone through the whole process, it's like trying to figure out how to write to use a new tool, right? Yes, this gives us incredible leverage, AI, but what do you do afterwards? And in the process, like how do you even structure your book? What's your introduction look like? Have an expertise like that. So here, let's listen to the introduction, guys. Then, and of course, I can expand on this introduction. Should my bio or a little bit about me be in the introduction? That's a question for you guys. Yes or no?
Yeah, should have your bio in there.
Where's the place to put that? Typically, a little bit about you. Do they really
Back,
care
back of the
about?
book.
Do they care who you are at first, or does it really matter, or should that
They
be on the
don't.
back of the book?
Back.
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 That's what I thought. Good. So they don't really care about you yet, right? You got to give them something, right? It's you are part of the feature of the book, so they'll realize, well, who wrote this book? Oh, there they are, right?
Can I step in for a second, Ed?
Yes, please.
So the big part about the back of the book is who is this amazing person that wrote this book and how do I do more with them? And so if you have your social channels, you have a call to action, you have hire Dr. Breakthrough or Mike to be at your next event, that's where the book becomes a $5,000 to $50,000 catapult of monetization.
Right. So let me show you guys what I'm doing now. So I have the copy of my introduction. I copied it, okay, from the ghostwriter. See the introduction right here. I open up another tab and I just go to my audio tools, and you could do this for free in our platform. You can create your book in any language. Here's AI voiceover right here. Okay, so you just click on that. Then you can do a website and put it in there, and it'll create a great commercial for you, audio. Okay, you can just put text in here. You could also just do custom. I'm going to do custom, and I'm going to do customize. Now I'm going to turn the volume up. And you can clone your voice in the platform. I just click on voice here and use custom voice. You clone your voice for $4.99 a month, and you can create unlimited voiceovers for your book, for videos, for single podcast, single person podcast, training, whatever, in your voice, 100%. So I have two clones. One is for my audiobook right here. So I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to select that. That's what I want. And I can choose my theme, and I'm going to put, Ed's book intro, so I can see later if I want to edit it. And I'm just going to paste the book right in there. The introduction. Just want to hear how it's writing. So this is fast. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And once I like the way it's writing, then I can go to it. And then, of course, I can work on perhaps expanding it too, because we want to get to like 50 to 60,000 words. Okay. So we're doing, what time is it right now? How are we doing on time?
That's 12:52.
Okay. All right. All right. There we go. Let's listen to this.
Introduction. The new rule picture. Two shops on the same street, they sell the same thing. They have the same number of people. One shop works harder and stays open late, but growth is slow. The other shop grows fast without adding more people. How? It uses leverage. Leverage means doing more with the same time, the same team, and the same money. Think about a long stick that helps you lift a big rock. The stick does not give you new muscles. It multiplies the strength you already have. That is leverage. Today, a new kind of lever is here. It helps us think faster, decide faster, and act faster. It is not the hero of this story. You are. The tool is the helper. You are the person who chooses where and how to use it. When you learn to use leverage, you can build a business that is faster, smarter, and leaner than before. Here is the new rule. The future doesn't belong to businesses with the most people. It belongs to businesses with the most leverage. This book will show you how to lead with that rule. By page 50, you will see your work in a new way. You will not chase every shiny new app. You will ask one simple question first. Will this give us more leverage? To help you, here is a short test you can use for any new idea or tool. I call it the leverage lens. Ask, does this help us do more with the same team? How much time will it save each week? Will it help us make better choices with fewer mistakes? How soon will we see results? What could go wrong, and how will we check our work? If you can answer these in plain words, you will know what to do next. You will also meet real stories. For example, think of a car dealership that changed how it works. The leaders went first. They made faster replies to customer messages. They fixed their website so people and smart assistants could understand it better. They wrote clear answers to common questions. They set simple rules to follow up fast. The results were big. More people found them, more people stayed on their site, and more people asked for help. They did not just add a tool, they built leverage into how they work. That is the heart of this book. We will focus on the parts of your business that drive growth first: sales and marketing. You will learn simple steps you can take in 30, 60, and 90 days. You will learn a few helpful tools, but in a light way. You will also see sunset notes that say, this part may change later. Here is what will last. Why? Because tools come and go. Good principles stay. You will also get a scorecard to check your progress. We will look at 10 areas like sales, marketing, operations, and more, and find your next 2 moves. No fluff, just clear actions you can try now. Here is what I promise. You will feel less confused and more in control. You will stop guessing and start measuring. You will trade busy work for smart work. You will lead your team with simple, strong steps. You are the hero of this story. Your judgment, your values, and your choices matter most. The tools are here to help you multiply what you already do well. When you build with leverage, small wins stack up. Minutes saved each day become hours each week. Better messages bring better leads. Faster replies bring more sales. Clear answers build trust. Trust brings customers back. This is how growth starts to compound. Turn the page. Let's put leverage to work for you, one simple step at a time.
All
Okay.
right. So So we are running short on time, Ed. We were supposed to finish at 1, so we probably ought to hop right into the chapter writing.
Yep, absolutely. So this is what we're going to do. So obviously, the next thing we do, guys, is we just start writing books, right? So there's chapter 1, right? So I can say, let's write chapter 1 now. I've already trained it, so it's simple to start writing, right? So as we go through this, you just write it one chapter at a time. So the basis of the book concept is done. The introduction was great. I'll probably utilize, and we have another tool in here to create a better audio. I just wanted to listen to it. We have an audio tool here, which you pay for, which is even better. Well, that's writing right now. Well, you could write your book here, and you got your audio book maker. Okay. So you could write your entire book in here. Same thing. Now this costs a little bit of credits, but you could organize it and you could use your clone voice here too, right? I could choose my clone voice right here and I could paste my content in here, right? And then get that book done. You got to name your book, what it is, etc. All right. So let's go back to the ghostwriter here. See what it's written. You can always go off screen and it'll still write. So let's just go here. All right. Excellent. Let's go down here. Okay. Yeah, there's chapter 1. Let me just tell the same thing. Write chapter 2.
The WRITE.
It
Well,
understands
that's
it.
smart. It understands. Yeah. Look at how detailed of chapters that it's writing, folks. This is incredible.
Now, this would be a great first draft for us, and then we'll expand on it. Not today, but I'm going to show you how you can get through all the chapters. So you have something. I put it all in a Word document, and then now I can start editing. Right, next chapter 3, the leverage stack. So now I can just say right next chapter. Okay, and I'll just paste that in there. Copy. So I like it like that because it is outline oriented. I could actually change that if I want to. But I like it like that for myself initially, so I could go through it, then I could expand on it if that makes sense. Okay.
You can tell it to do it more conversational or in paragraph format, less outline, and it'll rewrite it that way as well.
All right. So let's go ahead and go, like, for example, I could say right next chapter and with more paragraphs, right? So just to show you guys, I'll write the next chapter with more paragraphs. See, I could take each chapter of this and put it back in there and have it write it, expand on it, expand on the bulleted points, etc. Right? That's what I do to get it going and write even more. Right? So I'm just asking it to write the next chapter with more paragraphs rather than lists. So you could do that. You could change direction. If you don't like the direction, say, I don't like the way you wrote chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Write it this way, this style. Right? You could listen to it. You could put it in the audio tool. You could listen to it. See, there's paragraphs now. Right?
Very versatile. You just talk to
I
it
sort
like
of
you would
agree.
talk. You just talk to this like you would talk to an employee. Quite honestly, Oh, I like what you've done so far, but I'd really rather it be more like this.
Rewrite chapter 1 for me, the same style. Right. So you see what I mean? How you could do this, and the good news is, you could take it off the ground and you could write your entire book concept, right? So I'm going to write all the chapters, not today, but I'm showing you how you can leverage this tool with the new, just like we're talking about, leverage this tool to maximize this. So you guys want to hang on because we got a big announcement for you guys here. Just give me just a moment. The book critic is great, yeah. So you could use that, and once it's completed, you could use the book critic. You could use the humanizer app, 100%, right? Write chapter 2, the same style, please. Okay. All right. Dr. Smiley, you here? Mike, you're here. James, Dr. Breakthrough, you're all here. Make sure your mics are on because I have something I want to show you
We are.
guys. I want to show you guys, and let's see here. Let me just get here.
My mic and camera's on. Come on now.
Goody.
What we typically do with these when we write these books like this is I'll have it write a chapter. I'll go ahead and copy that chapter, put it into Word or Google Docs, and then I'll tell it write chapter 2, and then I'll copy that chapter and put it into Google Docs. And I just follow that method until I have all the chapters in Google Docs. Then I'll read it, maybe edit it some, adjust it more. If I don't really like how something was written, I'll just put in there, rewrite chapter 2, but emphasize more on, the power of using AI to automate your email or something like that, and it'll rewrite that chapter and add in whatever additional part of your genius that you pour into it.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You can
Yeah,
see how it's just rocking and rolling, right? I mean,
yes.
eventually, because you've already trained it, next chapter, right? And this gives you like a leg up. You can write ebooks with this too, by the way, like giveaways. You can write a 7,000, 10,000 word book, but I'm pushing towards a 60,000 word book. So I'm going to have to expand on this, right? And I will. So what you do, you get a first draft and you just keep rocking through it, editing it, making it your own, right? And that's the power of this tool. So, all right, guys, I'm going to bring you guys up. We're going to talk about this now. This is our AI Appreciation Day, okay? Yes, indeed. Let me just get rid of the About Us here and let's go to the home. Here we go. All right. History isn't written. This is a big announcement, guys. By technology, it's written by the people whose lives it changed. Join people from around the world on July 16th for the first global celebration of real AI stories. Share how artificial intelligence changed your business, your family, your ministry, your classroom, your career, or simply made life a little easier. Every story matters. Now, there's free live participation for your 4-minute story. It's going to be live on Zoom, managed and run by Dr. Smiley, James, Dr. Breakthrough, myself, and many others on the 16th of July. So mark that date. Yes. Global broadcast everywhere on Zoom, worldwide community, storytellers from every nation. We want you and we want to hear your story. Now, technology changes fast, we know that, but human stories, like I'm writing about today, last forever. Think about that for a moment, Dr. Smiley. Artificial intelligence is transforming the world faster than any technology in history, but years from now, people won't remember software versions. They'll remember the moments. The first book AI helped them write. The first business AI helped them grow. The first lesson AI helped them teach. The first dream AI helped them unlock. Our mission is to preserve those moments before they become history. So preserving the first generation of stories is our goal. We believe the future of AI won't be remembered because of algorithms. It will be remembered because of people, because of you. Your mission and our mission is to collect, preserve and share authentic stories showing how artificial intelligence is changing lives around the world. Your voice belongs to this story. Whether you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, educators, students, parents, ministry leaders, healthcare professionals, creators, authors, sales professionals, nonprofits, everyone and anyone is impacted by AI. You don't have to be an AI expert. If AI helped you in any way, your story belongs here. Your story could inspire someone. Not sure where to begin? Maybe how did AI save you time? How did AI change your business? What surprised you most? What service or what advice would you give someone just getting started? What did AI help you accomplish, and how did AI change your family? Or what would your life look like without AI? Why share your story? Well, you can inspire others. You can give back. You can make them smile. You can connect. You can celebrate. You can be remembered. You can create a legacy. We want your story preserved forever. So if you like additional time to tell your completed story, you can even upgrade to the author experience. Published. This includes extra speaking time and the opportunity to consider for publication in the official AI Story Anthology and AI Story magazine, designed for those who want their story to be part of lasting historical collection. This is a full day of celebration from morning to evening. So join us on the 16th. It's become recognized as AI Appreciation Day. This day reminds us to celebrate not just the technology, but the people using it to make life better. Momentum Tech is honored to host the global celebration and invite people everywhere to share their stories shaping the future of AI. So, Dr. Smiley, I'll put this link in the chat and I'll let you. By the way, when you register for this, I'll just show you. If you're interested in an author experience, just click that button. You click here, and then congratulations. Then boom, there you go. Then that's where you could get deep into scheduling your time to speak on this day. You'll be able to schedule your information, and the stage is for you. So I'll put that link in the chat for everybody. Dr. Smiley, I'll let you come up and share your vision if you're here.
Well, I am here, and it's not
Where are let's spotlight him, James, please.
Okay.
okay. And by the way, it's not my vision. I'm very clear it's our vision. It's a team vision. And I want to say that Dr. Breakthrough is not AI. He's a person. And that person caused me to know Momentum Tech. And when he caused me to know Momentum Tech, I said, it's scary. I mean, seriously, it's scary to go into something you don't know. But the more I got to know them, the more I got to know their heart. The more I got to know their heart, I know that they care about changing the experience of what it is to be successful, abundant, and actually have purpose in the world. And I want to give a shout out to my brother, Mike Driggers. Mike and I have talked several times, and it's very rare you meet someone who's so committed to authority. Authority is a very big piece to why you succeed with your book. Ed and James, and I think even Dr. Breakthrough will admit that it's 1% is the book, the baby. What are you going to do with the baby to raise it, to cause the world to be different? And I will tell you single-handedly, Dr. Breakthrough has caused my Smile channel right here to be edified as a place that you can have a voice, and they're going to have your heart and your mission and your purpose be taken seriously and supported. So, Mike, I just want to say, I think it's only been 3 meetings, but wow, you blow me away. You blow me away because you are the commitment of authority. You are the commitment to what it is to give value, ROI. And I just rarely met somebody that actually is that committed. And I'm excited to be partnering with you. You're awesome.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to the same thing. And, like you said, the heart in this company and the people surrounded, we're going to make a major impact in a lot of people's lives. And I can't wait to share the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Partnering with you guys, and the conversations that Dr. Smiley have, it's been amazing. And I'm learning from him things I didn't know outside of what I do that actually is a complement to what I do. So it's actually very powerful. And the program that they're going to be rolling out and the AI day, and the future. Here's the beautiful thing: it's a sandcastle, and we're building on top of it. Right? We're adding new towers, we're adding new things, and making this more powerful every day.
If I
So,
can
so
just
Mike,
Can I say
interject one thing?
something? Can I say
Go-
something really quickly,
Yeah, go ahead.
please?
Go ahead.
So I've worked with Mike for 5 years now, Mike. Is it
Oh
five
yeah.
now?
Oh, I didn't even know Katie was on here. Yeah. Hey, Katie.
And I just want to say, Dr. Smiley, everything you said about him is absolutely 100% correct. And I just wanted to, from a person who had worked underneath him, who he, I'm his like right hand or was, um, he's the best boss I have ever had and the best person that anytime there's an opportunity, he always takes me along with him. And I just wanted to just 100% back up what you said about him.
Thank you. And I want to step out of this conversation, but I just want to say what I'm seeing is Ed and James and Dr. Breakthrough are creating the Avengers.
Yes.
It's how your superpowers showing up to complement each other. So I don't need to say anymore. I
Exactly.
just want to say I'm so proud to be part of it.
Yes.
well, but
So
my thing is, I always
AI
say,
Appreciation Day. Let's talk about that a little bit. Or Dr. Breakthrough, go ahead. You could go ahead and speak. And I have somebody asked, how can they participate in it if they can't be there, right? So we have a way for that too. So hang on, I'll share that with you, where you could actually document your story before the event. And then we're going to create an AI clone of you and have you speak later. How about that? Yeah. Cool, right?
Huge, huge.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
yeah.
hang on. Go ahead and Dr. Breakthrough, go ahead and talk what you want to say.
Well,
Sorry.
what you all are seeing here is a combination of one of the things I say. We may not have it all together, but together we have it all. So we got to stop being so insecure that we can be able to connect with other people that have expertises outside of ourselves. And so, and by the way, is Jeanette available? I need to see a female up here, man. We look like a good old boys club.
I can't believe you missed this, Dr. Breakthrough. You said to separate, we may be insecure, but all together we are secure.
We got Liz
That's
or
funny.
somebody we can bring up there. Jeanette, hey, she's bilingual, by the way.
Yes.
I just
Important part of it. Yeah, definitely.
I just want to add that, we are so honored at Momentum Tech to have people like Jeanette, like Dr. Smiley, like Dr. Breakthrough, like Mike Driggers, and of course, like our co-founder, chief technology officer, marketing genius, technology genius, AI genius, original programmer behind our AI tools, the AI sensei, Ed Garza, and each and every one of you. I mean, God has blessed us with so many incredible people around us. We can't help but continue to soar, and soar we shall.
Awesome. Well, guys, as I shared, the AI Day, and this is just something that you could share. AI Appreciation Day. Can you guys see it now? The blue screen.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we're seeing the book writer
We're
right
seeing the
now.
book
Oh,
writing.
the book writer. Yeah, that's right. It's still writing books in the background. That's good.
It's writing
Yeah.
so many books you can't keep track of it.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ed, are you guys gonna answer some questions too? Because there's some really
Yes,
good
yes, we will.
questions in here. Yeah.
Yes, but I want to do this announcement here real quick first, and then we'll
Okay.
answer those questions. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where you can share your story live on the event, and of course, Dr. Smiley and his team have done this over and over, so they'll reach out to you with your scheduled time. You'll get emails and everything, and when you need to show up to the Zoom, right, Dr. Smiley? So, and then
Of course.
if you can't be there, then we have an AI story builder here where you could go through. You could start your journey, and this is where you could tell us about yourself. You'll ask a series of 6 questions. You could type, or you can, um, you could start dictation. You could speak your answer into here too as well. And once you answer the 6 questions, it's going to take you where you can review and edit. And then you could record your voice right on the website with your microphone, literally, and it'll give you your teleprompter full screen, so what your story is. And then it'll be stored. And then we'll have your story. We'll have everything, your voice and everything. So make sure you record it really good. If you want to participate in part of the AI Day using AI, then I'll put that link in the chat also. There you go.
I just want to add that it's like the almighty ultimate accelerator. Because who you are is only being amplified. If you are the true sense of what you want to be in value, and I mean, Mike, it's so funny. Everything you said in this particular part, I said ditto, and also yes, that's what I want to have as a partner. So it's pretty cool, very cool.
Yeah. So questions that they have, did you see any particular? I want to,
Yeah, they had, you have.
So one of the,
Raise your hand if you have a question. We'll go ahead and let you ask your question live. It'd be a little easier than trying to find them in chat.
yeah, Kath had several good ones. One of them, while we were getting the hands, she asked, do we have to let the places know that it's AI written?
Oh, you're muted, Ed.
It's a great question. Ed,
for the pub. That's a great question for the publishers here.
Yep.
They do it more often than anything.
So, Mike, the simple answer is yes, you do. Right?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing to think about. You know, AI is doing 90% of the work. What I would encourage is you go in, you know, we speak in images to get people to get engaged, right? This is how the movie world, right? The hero's journey, you know, struggle, turning point, success. Is I would go add in personal stories to what that chapter was just written about. Like I would input you into it. The more, because it's going to do 90% of the work, but the more you put into it, the more that it starts to become you. Does that make sense?
100%.
Right. So it's going to do the groundwork. You know, I teach a philosophy that, you know, from like I publish books, but I do the course. I'll do a course first, in which they have the tools for the course program, which is super powerful. I record it and transcribe it. Then I go put it in all the transcriptions and say, okay, I want to write the book now for this. Right. And it's got my stories, me in it. But if I'm writing using AI, I'm going back and adding me back into it. So it makes it more personal. So by doing that, you can start eliminating a lot of the AI written philosophies that people have out there about AI, right? AI is no different than hiring a ghostwriter, in my opinion. And I spent a ton of money on ghostwriters, right? And nobody said, "Oh, is this ghost written?" All the New York bestsellers, I can name at least 30 of them that have been ghost written, right? And so people don't say anything, but for some reason, people want to say, "Oh, this is AI written." But to get around that, start adding more of you into it. I hope that helped.
Right, and we have a humanizer. We have a humanizer app in the platform that can humanize a lot of your chapters, which is a good idea. And by the way, we're moving in that direction. To answer your question even further, we're going to have one button you can collect. It'll be able to humanize your entire book in once.
And Ed, I'd like to add that AI will be the authority that you allow it to be instead of you. So step into being the authority so they can actually partner with you.
Yes. Yes. You guys want to stick around our community, because I'm telling you right now, what we're launching is going to be incredible. Imagine all 8 of those book writing tools. By the way, I finished the book, checked it all the way through the ghostwriter while we were working, but that's just the first draft, right? We want to take it to the next level. Our new tool will speed this up like in 15, 20 minutes. What's coming, just so you guys know. It will. And that gives you that first draft. Then you could add your authority into it, like Dr. Smiley said, right? You could add your authority to it. You could take that book that was written, and then you could utilize the normal platform, like a chat bot, like the ghostwriter, and have it add your authority into each chapter as well, if you wanted to. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, one of the things I say is version 1 may not be the best, but version 1 is 10,000 times better than version none. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
how many of you in the chat would love to have like hey, if there was a program where you could get engaged with Dr. Smiley and Mike Driggers and AI,
both of us, or all of us,
or all of us, right? If you had a program where you could get our coaching and our ability to guide you, right? in the process of not just writing your book, but having an, what we call that PP part of it that Dr. Smiley talked about the other day on our call.
So I'd like to interject that there's something called variable multiplication. So
Mm.
if you have a variable of authority, you have a variable of AI.
Uh-oh, we lost him.
Uh-oh. We lost him.
That's
He's getting
okay.
too deep.
Yeah, so there's all about like all about there's publishing, right, your book, and then there's promoting your book, right? Right, Mike?
Yep. Yep.
So that's the other 99%, So that's important. And so we're bringing the experts around our tools, just like Vince is around our video tools, the YouTube masterclass, right? We put training around that. So we're going to have opportunity also for on the book tool with these two guys. That's going to be powerful. And listen, people love that. Yes, yes. We have a lot of yeses coaching from the crew. Absolutely. Yes. 100%.
So I'll put in the chat box again a couple things, folks. One is we do daily training on AI Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central, and we
Wait, how much
archive
is
it.
How much?
It's $1 million, but for today and today alone, anybody that's here or wants to be here, it's free. And so I'll put the link in the chat box for our AI Breakfast Lab. Come and join us. If you're not a member, you like our tools, you'd like to have access to our tools, super simple. Just get back with the person that invited you. They'll help you get started the right way. We do a lot of we're big on high tech and high touch. Most of these AI companies out there, you cannot speak to anybody at ChatGPT or Grok or Claude or any of these kind of things to get any type of training. You're kind of on your own, like the wild, wild west. But with our AI Sensei, the dedication to teaching, we teach you daily free of charge. So come and join us.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I know we over a little time, but you guys can hang out, ask questions. We'll be here, and we have AI Day, the 16th, right? Record your story. Make sure you grab those links. And by the way, Mike, they put a lot of information in the chat. They definitely want you guys to put together something. We're working on putting together a program that can assist you in writing your authority book, getting your book published, and helping you promote your book and publish it and get it out there in the market so you can do it right. Because there's a lot of mistakes you can make. All right. So we don't want you to make those mistakes. So we're going to have the guidance for you. We're going to put that support system in place for you guys so that it's palatable for you. And, we're excited about it, aren't we, Mike? So,
Yes, we are.
yeah.
I'm excited to work with Dr. Smiley and Breakthrough the team to make this happen.
It's coming very soon. So we'll probably hear that announcements on the 16th. There's going to be an explosion of announcements on the 16th, by the way. So you definitely want to be there. I'm talking about, like reveals, big time reveals on the 16th of a lot of different things. It's going to be like a crescendo of excitement that day. You want to definitely be there with us. It'll be streamed live. Not only am I publishing a book, but we're publishing a magazine. We're launching a lot of different products that it's just going to be over the top. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll be answering
for you.
all the questions.
Yes, I'm
Make a
Dominic.
comment.
Can you hear me okay? I want to first of all thank you all for having me joining this. Especially want to thank Dr. Smiley and Dr. Breakthrough. I've known them gentlemen. Well, Dr. Breakthrough, he's been in my spirit for a long time, but we just recently met. But I've been with Dr. Smiley. I was wondering, and I put in the chat, wasn't sure if you got a chance to read that, but if this okay with you, Ed, to get your phone number and just give you a call. And also, I will reach back to Dr. Smiley as well, because I know he's the one who brought me in.
So I
Yes,
just want to tell you this guy's a champion. He's represented so many brands, and give him like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I promise you'll give him more. All right.
Okay.
He's a
Yes,
good guy.
yeah.
Super good
Why
guy.
don't you do this? Why don't we get on Zoom? And we could talk and face. I
Okay.
like face to face instead of a phone call. That way
Okay. I like that
look.
idea.
We could see each other eye to eye. I like that a lot
Sure.
better. And we could
Sure.
bring James and other people here in our corporate
Okay.
team to come
Great.
meet you as well. Was that okay with you?
That sounds great. I look forward to the Zoom. Would you send me that link right away?
Yes. Let me have. We'll
Well,
put our.
Dr. Smiley can schedule that for you,
Exactly.
Dominic.
I'll
You
help
want to
with it.
schedule
He's
that,
got all the
Dr.
information.
Smiley? Yeah, let's schedule
Okay,
that.
sounds great. I like how
And
you
by the
do it.
way, Dominique, the way to do this powerfully is bring some other people.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
It's
Yeah,
about,
100%.
it's about paying it forward.
Okay, I look
Brian,
forward to the Zoom
Can I
and
say, can I say a
Book
word?
my time.
Can I say a word? Can I
Yes,
say a
Yes.
word? Is that you saying yes to me?
yes.
Yes.
I just, I want to honor you guys. This hour and a half has been 2 hours, has been absolutely awesome. There's times in your life where you have non-repeatable moments that God creates. And today for me, this is a non-repeatable moment. A couple years ago, I had a young guy, tell me I had to learn AI. And I said, as long as you walk me through my worldview on AI and let go through artificial intelligence, authentic intelligence, almighty intelligence. And then I got from Ed, I'm stealing the anointed intelligence and the authentic intelligence. I mean, these AIs are lining up for me. And you guys just brought it home today. I mean, seeing this in action, it's it's an honor to be part of this community. Just thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. I look forward to meeting with you. So is my wife here in Nashville at the beginning of July. I can't wait to have that first FaceTime
Well,
and fellowship with you, brother.
you've showed me how I'm going to have my book done before the 16th.
Come
There you
on
go.
now.
Let's do it. Yeah,
And
that's
by the way,
that's what we.
Dennis, there's another AI, and Mike, my brother here, is authority intelligence AI.
Come on.
Authority
There you
intelligence. I
go.
love it.
Authority intelligence. Yes, that.
Because,
I
you
know
know,
Lori's been following us and using our AI for a very long time. Lori, how's AI changed your life?
You're
You're muted.
muted.
You're muted there.
no, but with AI, you can read your lips.
Yeah.
It's helped me a lot. I still have a lot more to go, but you folks really encourage me to keep moving forward for my helping people with cardiac health conditions. So
That's
thank you.
Awesome. Quite welcome. Thank you.
Yes. We got a variety of health practitioners in our platform, Dr. Smiley and Mike, and
Yeah.
and they and we yeah. So it's important for them to realize you could use AI to help other people with that, right? So
100%. I want to just add that you're not saving just lives in the fact that AI brings that to you, but you're saving lives in your mental capacity to actually be powerful. It's just crazy.
A lot of people don't know this, but Liz Hodges has been with us from the beginning, and she's done so many powerful things to help the consultants, not just her consultants. What happened to our spotlights?
I got him. Don't worry, I got him. I just wanted to bring Nancy up here. I got you.
Okay. Liz has done so many amazing things for our organization. I just love to hear her voice. How are you doing, Liz?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you very much. I've got like 6 pages of notes, and I'm planning to go back to the YouTube channel to pause and rewrite and write stuff down, because this is just, you guys unleashed the tiger in me.
I love it. Love it. Wait, we need to play that song. Eye of the
Eye of the
Tiger.
tiger.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube, so we can't do it as copyrighted. But
So James, I'm a
but
little sad because I only have 2 or maybe 3 pages. I need her other pages.
there we go. There we go. Scan and share, Liz. Scan and share.
Okay.
Well, James, can I just say here, one of the things we're big on is we call it AI times 3. And so when you're taking, like you said, your artificial intelligence and you're mixing it with the anointed intelligence, right, that you got from the almighty intelligence, that creates the third AI, which is astronomical improvements. So everybody should want the astronomical improvements, but you can't get that just with AI, and you can't get that just with your own anointed intelligence. The Bible says one to chase 1,000, two will put 10,000 to flight, and the threefold cord is not easily broken. So
God
we
bless.
take it again, the artificial with the anointed intelligence to get astronomical improvements. Now, if you want that, then you want to get back to where I've invited you, and you want to get started with AI. And for the pastors who are on here, AI will be used of the devil, but not until it's first used by the people it was made for, which is God's people. And if we don't take our rightful place, like Dr. Haywood, I see him on here. He could take a series of his sermons, Ed, and make a book just from the series of his sermons, right?
Yes.
And then the audio part. But again, let's make this happen, because the scripture, again, I close with this, and you don't even have to take an offering. I'm a pastor, a preacher, evangelist, but you ain't got to take offering. But the Bible says redeeming the time because the days are evil. That means I'm not supposed to sell a whole lot of my time. I'm supposed to be buying back my time. And AI allows me to buy back my time. So instead of writing like my first book, 20 years, I could do one in an hour, right? So come on now. Let's do
Come
this.
on
Let's
now.
do
Now,
it.
I want to
Nancy,
say,
Amen.
Nancy,
listen,
Nancy Wolf has
when you
something to
do
say.
when you do his business his way, you get 100-fold miracles and multiplication, and that's what you guys are doing.
and
Yes.
by the way, for
Amen.
those of you who
His
want
way.
Dr. Breakthrough's, if you want Dr. Breakthrough's head behind you, he will send it to you so you can have it next to you when you actually do your talk.
Awesome.
Right now, I like my smiley background. And I think I'm going to make every day National Smile Day, because there's a lot going on in my life. But I wanted to thank you all. I wanted to thank Dr. Breakthrough, who introduced me to Dr. Smiley. And I'm so glad that Momentum Tech is going to be partnering with them, because their programs are fantastic. They are so organized. They know how to get things done. And I've learned so much from both Ed and James, and they've been so patient with people who are just beginning. So if this is for, yay, if this is for anybody who is just starting, or thinking that they're too old to learn, or I mean, I still am amazed every single time I go on and I'm able to create something, and I know that it came from here, but it made it sound so much better.
Come on.
What
That's
happened
right.
to my background? It magically started smiling.
Yeah. Yeah, and both Nancy and both Lori speaking today, I mean, and Liz, all came in from across the nation in our event here in Franklin, Tennessee to learn. People come. We're going to be doing a lot more. Like on the 16th, we're going to have a lot of more live events, because live events is what creates that connection, right? That deep learning, much more than virtual, right? We could connect, we could give each other high fives, we can go out and eat together, we can do things together, and that's where things really get implemented, right? So to me, that's
So
powerful.
Ed, are you saying hi?
You guys
Ed,
are
are you saying
modeling. You guys are modeling a kingdom economy that's based on giving and receiving, and relationships is the currency of that economy. And that economy grows on the three things you can only spend: love, time, and truth.
Mhm.
So, amen, brothers. You guys are
Oh, we
on
got
a
some
roll.
All of that here.
hands
So
popping
thank
up
you.
here. We got Sean Crosby. Sean, you have a question? Let me go ahead and pull you up here on screen. And then we've got a couple more. I'll just pull y'all up. Sean, you can ask your question while I'm pulling up some other people.
My question was, could the ghostwriter write a personalized story? As I have a story that I was struck by a car 14 years ago, and it's just basically walking through the different, all the way up until now, as I'm a content creator now, and other things. But
I
could
can
it?
answer that, because
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't
To
have an
answer your
authority.
question,
I don't have an authority story that I'm telling. I'm writing a personal one, and I'm using it to do that, and it is doing a phenomenal job right now.
yes, it will. It will. What you need to do is put your story and You could dictate it in a Google Word document, or you could dictate it on the AI platform. I would probably, in your case, start off by dictating it like on a Google Word document. They have a free tool. You can do voice. Just turn on your microphone and just speak it into it, right? That would work
Okay.
really. Get your story there, and then download, like you saw me do. You download your Word document, put it in the ghostwriter. Say, here's my story. I want to make sure you understand it. Don't alter my story. This is my story. Keep it real in the platform, and then you can start writing your memoir or your autobiography or whatever you want to write.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
All right.
helping
Thank
me just do it chapter by chapter, and it's giving me the same prompts that it gave Ed for what he was writing, but in the context of the personal experience that I'm trying to write about. And so it's really helping me craft it. And I'm just reading what it's writing and then going in and changing little details and stuff.
Yeah. Let me give
I
you
love
let me give you a little tip too. You could have AI interview you. You may want to write that down. You could actually have AI interview. Ask it to interview you and ask you a series of questions about your story. You're here. So basically it's your story of let's say it's your story of your breakthrough story. Let's say how you went from a mess to success. Or
Right.
maybe it's your hero journey, how you went from the pit to the peak with your rise from the ashes, right? And you could have it, it'll know what questions you ask you, and have it ask you questions. Tell it, interview me. And you can even say, I want you to
Okay.
interview me. I want you to interview me like a professional, interviewer. And you could even give the interviewers personality types as well. So you could actually ask AI or ghostwriter to do that for you.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great.
Cool.
And so,
Mike asked me to
Mary,
do this.
Mary had the next was next in line with a question. I can't bring you up, Mary, because there's no image or on your
Okay, can you hear me?
Zoom. I can hear you. Yes.
I just wanted to share this little statement a friend of mine made yesterday. He was talking about a friend of his who's always saying, I'm going to be a millionaire. And he said, you should never say, I'm going to be a millionaire. You should just work at being one.
Yeah.
That was a great quote. I just wanted
Yeah,
to share that.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you for sharing.
I think we had Dr. Kevin Vaughn as the next.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. How y'all doing today? This is incredible, as Dr. Breakthrough would say. Hey, guys, first of all, welcome to the future. And when you get a gift, you got to say thank you. So I got to say thank you to Dr. Breakthrough for introducing me to this. And then, of course, to the Momentum Tech team. And lastly, guys, I had to look this up. I wanted to know how much time Doc saved between the 20-year book and the 2-hour book, okay? And guess what it said, guys? It said total time saved, Dr. Breakthrough, 17,515 hours you saved. And in years, you saved 19.8 years. That was from AI in about 2 seconds. I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And by
Dr.
the way,
Smiley.
I just want to say, this is crazy. I know Kevin for so long. I said, how do you know Dr. Breakthrough? He goes, we go way back. It's so cool how the longer you are playing big in the world, the smaller the world gets. So I'm just blown away by that. And I'm just so excited about this process and this procedure and also the journey that we're doing together. It's so cool.
Yeah, I preached at a church many years ago that he was at. And then that guy, James, I know him because he hit me.
Yep, with an 18-pound sledgehammer.
So cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
He's laying on a bed of nails, by the way.
Jennifer, I don't know if she's still here, but she had a question that in the invite, it said something about how to promote books. Do we want to address that? I mean,
Absolutely.
Dr. Smiley has some ideas.
By the way, before we do, Mike, you asked me to do this just to show that I have hair. I just want to do this.
Okay, y'all having too much fun.
Oh my.
Dr. Smiley, you want to address some of that? And I'll also jump in and Ed or anybody else. Vince, I know Vince Baker's here. So if he wants to, because he's got several books. Yeah. So who wants to address it? So she's asking the question about, how do you promote a book?
Okay. So I'm so glad Ed actually edified the fact that 1% of it's making the baby, making the book. And a lot of us here can actually attest that if you have the baby, you don't feed the baby dies. And also, if you don't bring the baby with you, you don't actually bring it to actually fruition. So I will say that there's social proof, there's campaigns, there's guerrilla marketing, there's actually strategy. There's so many things like events. And the thing I love about what Mike is doing in the authority market is that he's actually causing the next level of what you'd want to see, which is an ROI for the impact you create in the world. And ROI is return on investment, but there's also return on effort, which is how much did you put into the world to make your book happen?
Love it.
Love it. Vince, you want to jump in with something?
Well, yeah, I started doing those shorts and I put my videos and I did a link and I made a short for all of my videos. Some people, this is before I was with the company, I had made some ones and then they were AI, but nothing like what we can do now with our company, with what you can do with the short. But I was able to put this short together and made my book come alive. And I've never seen anything like it. I got people saying they've never seen anything like it, and people are coming in because of it. But one of my shorts I was able to get two on one of my books, Spiritual Warfare, got 225,000 views. And
Wow.
so
Wow.
the internet, YouTube, if that master class, you can use that masterclass to really promote your books all over the world. You can drive direct traffic and for pennies on the dollar. So in that masterclass I put together, if you study it, you can use it to take a book trailer, make an amazing book trailer with AI, make your book come alive, and then stick it on the internet. And then YouTube is one of the cheapest forms to get out there, and it's owned by Google, so it stays out there. You put it on your website. People will be more attracted to buy your book if they watch a video on it. And so you want to put a sizzle, right, Mike? A sizzle reel.
Yep.
So you could do some
Yeah.
amazing stuff. I have people saying they've never think. One guy told me, I heard the other. He goes, I've been in internet marketing, or I've been in marketing for 40 years, and I did a short form. He said, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. And we actually ended up getting him as a big client because of it. So
Yeah.
you could do some amazing stuff and blow people away with our system, with AI, make your book come alive, you make yourself talk. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, one of the things that we do, guys, and what Vince is talking about, his master class is fantastic. Can you see the gentle metal?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is one of the books that we wrote in our platform as a kid's book, right? And one of the ways we promote it is we give it as a bonus to anybody that comes into our Magic Kids platform. $29 a month is 20 AI tutors. We give the kids this so they could see, hey, I could create a book for my kid and create characters. So all these characters were created in our platform, right? All the copy was created in our platform. And we made a little animal talk. Look, this is Doc Clover, part of our kindness community. Look, watch this.
Hello there, friends and families. Doc Clover here, your resident rabbit doctor from Cloverfield Meadow, where kindness is always the best medicine. I'm here today with some especially exciting news. The Gentle Meadow, kindness for kids and their grown-ups, is hopping out into the world. And let me tell you, this book is brimming with lessons that will warm every heart, big or small. In our meadow, we celebrate kindness every day. Welcoming friends, cheering for others, and knowing when someone just needs a quiet moment or a gentle hand to hold.
So kids love that. Matter of fact, we've shared this in the hospital community with kids with cancer in Franklin, Tennessee, and I think some of the nurses told us these kids couldn't stop watching this video. They watch it like 20 times.
That's awesome.
They love it.
That's
And
awesome.
so the whole concept, all these characters were designed in the platform, and we're making them all talk because we know that's what kids want, right? They love it. They love Aunt Maple or Uncle Bud or Doc Clover, and our AI platform came up with all these names, right? And characters and prompts to generate these images in our image tools. Really cool. So this is very engaging. So that's one way you could promote it, right? Is building a website and showcasing, and then packaging also is another one, right? And these are the chapter summaries of the book. There's 9 acts of kindness, right? And then of course, just give you an idea. And then this is the upcoming book coming up on the 16th that we're publishing over here.
Which this right here is a powerful way to promote, because Any type of anthology book is a walking brochure for you. Imagine you have 50 to 100 people, or even 25, let's just go small, 20 people all promoting the book because they're in it. That means and they gave out 10, that's 20 times 10, that's 200 people that just found out about you, right? So anthologies are very powerful, and anytime you have a chance to be in one, you want to jump on one. And I'd like to add, on the marketing side of a book, one of the things that a guerrilla marketing tactic is to find, like, in your niche, your industry, who are some people that you can joint venture with that can give the book out. For example, let's say I was a wedding planner. What I would do is I would write a book around 10 common questions that brides and grooms ask, but 10 questions you should be asking. And then I would look at, okay, if I'm a wedding planner, I'm going to go to people that deal with the flowers, the ring, the limo. And I say, listen, I'd love to have this tool. Here's a tool that you can give to your clients as a bonus for booking or buying flowers. And now those people you give it to them at a bulk price, right? And now they're out promoting you because it's information for their clients that are actually your clients, right? So you look at your niche and who's within that you can joint venture with, that allows that. And you can put a sticker on there that this book was brought to you by whoever that is, right? We do it with corporate all the time. We do it with all kinds of other ways, but that's a very powerful way to get your book out, especially in a local community like that. But that's just an example.
Yeah, and so great overview, Mike. That is awesome. Hey, I want to bring up Blaney Teal for just a second, because folks, as you probably noticed in our system, we have a lot of tools, a lot of apps, and sometimes people like to have someone who will, like, take them in their arms and kind of lead the way, and help step by step deploy the stuff. And so I'm going to show you a real quick video, and then I'm going to ask Blaney Teal to talk a little bit about this. Yes, Dr. Breakthrough.
Can I just show that my book cover that Vince did to make my book is 10 seconds. It'll make it come alive.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, if that's okay, real quick. Here, let me grab.
Let me see. I might have to make you co-host, but let me do that real quick.
See?
Oh, wow, that was good.
That's a bit again from the system. So anyway, so Blaney Teal.
That's awesome. All right, let me show
younger, and you got younger.
Yeah.
A little video here, and then we'll let Blaney talk about this, because folks, if you couldn't have anybody better, she's been training for a very long time. She has an entire team that meets with her once a week for technology training. And check this out.
Have you ever signed up for a tool because you knew it could help your business, but then never fully implemented it? You're not alone. Most business owners and entrepreneurs don't actually need more software. They need help simplifying what they already have, learning how to use it, and putting real systems into place that actually save time and make life easier. That's exactly why I created the Momentum Business Accelerator. Hi, I'm Blaney Teal, the Frugal Techie Business Coach, and I help entrepreneurs and solopreneurs implement tools, systems, and automations in their business without breaking the bank. Inside the Momentum Business Accelerator, we're not just talking about AI tools, we're actually using them together. Every single week we'll meet live for hands-on implementation, coaching, troubleshooting, accountability, and real-world business support using the Momentum Tech ecosystem. This isn't one of those programs where you watch a bunch of videos and hope you figure it out later. We're going to walk through the tools together step by step and help you start simplifying your business right away. The goal is simple: help you cut the cord from disconnected subscriptions, reduce overwhelm, streamline your systems, and finally start getting real value from the tools you already have access to, because tools alone don't create results. Implementation does. And honestly, that's where most people get stuck. They buy the software, they get excited, and then life happens. Weeks go by, months go by, and the tools sit there unused. The Momentum Business Accelerator changes that. You'll have weekly live support, guided implementation, practical training, accountability, and a clear path forward so you can build a business that runs smarter, not harder. And the best part is, you can join at any time. There's no falling behind because the trainings continue month after month as we grow. Implement, simplify, and evolve together. So if you're tired of feeling overwhelmed by technology, if you're tired of paying for subscriptions you barely use, or if you're ready to finally put AI and automation to work in your business, then I'd love to invite you to join us inside the Momentum Business Accelerator. Let's simplify your systems, implement smarter workflows, and create real momentum in your business together.
So that's her program, and I think we need to let Frank know that all of our dealerships need to be members of her program as well, because that implementation strategy that she uses is incredible. So Blaney, share a few words with our community.
Thank you so much. And of course, the video kind of said it all, but it's always great because I am the frugal business coach. And I'll tell you guys, I've been doing this for over 5 years. And where I see people struggle is exactly what that video said. You sign up for the tools, you sign up for Momentum Tech, and you either don't put it in your calendar to spend time implementing the tools that you have at your disposal, or you maybe do it halfway and never finish the implementation, and then you end up paying for way more tools than you need. So we meet once a week. I have clients that have been with me for 5 years now because we are slowly moving their business into the AI world and into the tools. And I'll tell you, I have a lot of patience. So if you're not techie, I love to work with you. If you're high tech, then you'll just catch a little faster and we'll move a little faster. But I'll tell you, we meet every single week. There is an implementation. We do week 1 is Q&A and figuring out what do we need to focus on for the month. Week 2 is I do train on the tool. We do hands-on demos specifically to the business owners that are on the call. So if you're there, you're going to get input on what we actually train on. Then I give you homework. You go home and you start to implement it, make the changes, whatever needs to be done. And week 3, we come back and we do it live together in a live work session. We take you further. If you got stuck, we're going to walk you through it, all hands-on with me. And then week 4, we kind of evaluate, we share our wins, we talk about what else we can do to tweak what you did a little bit. And most importantly, we want to make sure that you cut the cord with the software that you might be paying for somewhere else. Because I know change is difficult. I know moving from one platform to another is scary, sometimes overwhelming. But I'll tell you, 11 Labs, gone. Hey, Jen, gone. ChatGPT Plus, gone. Like, I have cut the cords. And there's even more than that. I'm getting rid of Go High Level. I'm getting rid of drop funnels. All these platforms that I've been paying for and training on for years, we don't need them anymore. We have them inside of Momentum Tech, but you do need to get it implemented. So I would love to work with each and every one of you. It is a group call, but it's based on who shows up. The recordings are there for those that you can't make it live. But I'll tell you, I always over-deliver value. A lot of times our calls go longer than the hour, but that's just because I want to make sure you all walk away with every single call with what you need to do your homework and to move forward for that next week. And we'll be covering all the tools at some point, but one by one, we will make sure that you start cutting that cord. So thank you, James and Ed and Vince and everybody that has been a part of this creation of my journey and just rebranding of my accelerator that's been going on for 5 years. I'm so glad to bring it here and look forward to working with all of you.
Well, thanks. And so, some people put in the chat that they're glad that they stayed to this part because this is exactly what they need. And for those of you who are already members of the system, I'll show you how you would get in her accelerator program. Is you just go in, when you log in, go to products, and if you scroll down, you'll see Blaney's product right here, the Momentum Business Accelerator right here. It's only $77 a month, and folks, it's worth thousands. It really is. I don't know how she does it for that. But just having that hand holding and that support and that encouragement, it's incredible. And speaking of incredible, we have Vince on here. I would be remiss not to mention his YouTube class. Well, I'll show you this one other little video, and then I'm going to bring Vince up to speak. And then I promise I won't show any more. You all have been so incredible staying on here at overtime. And so let me show you this this little video about Vince's program. I mean, this is just incredible, folks. I mean, he got over 3 million views in under 28 days using our tools, and he has this incredible training class on how to actually do this yourself. So let's watch this, and we'll ask Vince to share a little bit.
Welcome to YouTube Masterclass Training. If you have been uploading videos and seeing little to no results, or wondering why other channels are exploding with views while yours stays stuck, you are about to discover exactly what they are doing differently. In this training, I am going to show you the real strategy behind making your YouTube channel come alive and start working for you. YouTube is not just a video platform. It is the second largest search engine in the world, owned by Google, where billions of searches occur every day. Over 2 billion logged in users visit YouTube monthly, and YouTube Shorts alone generate over 200 billion views daily. Let that sink in. Right now, people are searching for answers, solutions, entertainment, and truth. And your content has the potential to reach them if you know how to position it correctly. YouTube is also consistently one of the most searched terms on Google itself, which means this platform is not slowing down. It is accelerating. At the same time, we are living in the most powerful technological shift since the birth of the internet. The rise of artificial intelligence. AI is transforming everything. It can help you write scripts faster, generate video ideas, optimize titles, create thumbnails, analyze trends, and even help you understand exactly what your audience is searching for. What used to take hours or even days can now be done in minutes. Those who learn how to combine YouTube with AI right now are gaining a massive advantage. In this training, I will show you how to leverage that advantage. You will learn how to create high-quality searchable videos using AI, how to structure your content so it gets picked up by the algorithm, how to upload and optimize your videos correctly, and how to give your videos the best chance to take off even if they do not go viral immediately. Because the truth is this, most people fail on YouTube not because they lack talent, but because they are unknowingly doing the wrong things. They are guessing instead of using a strategy. That ends today. My name is Vince Baker. I have been an internet marketer since 2008. I have built audiences of close to 1 million followers on Instagram, generated millions of YouTube views, and specialize in helping people grow their influence, impact lives, and create income online. Everything I am about to teach you is practical, proven, and designed to get results. We are going to move quickly, so buckle up, stay focused, take notes, and get ready to implement what you learn. Because by the end of this training, you will not just understand YouTube, you will know how to make it work for you. Let's get started.
All right, so let's hear from the real Vince Baker. By the way, that was not Vince Baker speaking. That he cloned himself in our system and used our spokesman and his cloned voice to speak. And so that was all AI. Go for
that's
it,
awesome.
Vince.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, the master class is the videos are between 2 to 8 minutes, and I used our system to clone my voice. That's what Ed taught me. Very powerful. I mean, James even told me when he first heard it, he's like, "Hey, is that?" He didn't realize it was a cloned
I thought
voice.
it was real. I thought it was real.
Yeah. I've had people say even my face looks like, but our system it's just bar none. It's powerful. I did want to add in about Blaney. Well, I want to say this, I believe that our company is on the precipice of something really, really, really big. But remember, we're pioneering right now, guys. This is a whole pioneering experience. Like the videos we're creating, this whole book thing, AI, it's all a pioneer experience. So Blaney, I've known for years, and that class is very important. And Blaney, I wanted to tell you personally, I had a talk with Frank. It was either yesterday or today, I forget, but it was just recently. And we're going to see about implementing yours with this whole car dealership thing, because we're looking at hooking up hundreds, if not thousands, of car dealerships. And we're also doing a thing with real estate agents And Ed is putting together some phenomenal training systems. And if we get on the preferred vendor list of like Toyota or something, we could go worldwide and they're going to need stuff like that. So Blaney, there's some big stuff coming for you. But I want to let everyone know we're pioneering something here, guys. You guys are on ground level. Anyone in right now is ground level. So uh, and we want to teach you some of the things we're doing to help get your team to grow. Dr. Breakthrough did some things on recruiting tips, and then we want to show you what we're doing because some of the stuff we're doing with the car industry, once we build it, you could go out and resell that and get those deals. Who knows who you know or the real estate deals. So there's some really big stuff. But Blaney's program, very, very powerful. I've known Blaney for a long time. We talk, and she's a great leader. So Blaney, good job. And like I said, Frank wants to talk to you. So and that guy, man, he's setting up stuff. Man, you're gonna, it's gonna be phenomenal. But we want everyone to benefit. We want to teach everyone how to grow their teams. And with the book writing, it's just exciting what's going on.
Amen. Amen. All right. Well, anyone have any final questions or comments? You
Well,
ladies and gentlemen have been champions staying on here a whole hour overtime. Go for it, Ed.
Yeah, I'll just show you guys. This is kind of training systems where Vince was talking about that we just upgraded, for example, our new the automotive site that we are using to captivate people on and grab their attention. People are seeing this site and just we're talking GMs, program managers, platform managers, captivating their attention. So like you just click on start learning, or let's say AI images, right? So we just updated this. Look at this. Every manufacturer. So let's say 2026. Let me just show you this. This will make you go, wow. Okay. And we're going to do this for our main platform too, for you guys too. But watch this. I can choose any vehicle. Let's say a Maserati. Every brand is here. A Polestar, a Bentley, anything. Okay. Let's just choose a Bentley. And it actually will give us all the models and the trim levels that we could choose for the Bentley. It customizes it for the manufacturer. Maybe I want a flying spur. And it gives us the color, authentic color for the brand also. So every dealership, maybe I want snow quartz. That's the name of the color that they choose. And you choose where you want it. I want it maybe on a beach coastline. It customizes the prompt. You can just copy that prompt. And when you copy that prompt, then you can put yourself with that vehicle anywhere. That's how powerful that is.
I did want to add that when you get a dealership, for instance, we got this guy signing up next week and we just got a confirmation. They're going to get 60 people at the $39 and buy 12 master classes.
YouTube.
Think about that. One dealership, and it's going to open up multiple because these guys own like 10 dealerships and like that. So, and then what they do, like we did Harley Davidson, and the one Harley Davidson store signed up 10 people, and they're buying the master class. So so this system we put together is a resellable thing for everyone. So as we build these out, like in real estate, coaches, books, like whatever, you're talking massive sales. So Ed's doing a phenomenal job. I've never seen anything like it. The system, it's blowing people away. And once it's built now, it's going to be something we can all resell. So we're just pioneering for you guys. But you might have a car dealer, someone you know, right? A family friend or someone.
I think the one word that the car dealerships are saying, the one word that every premium or executive, I don't care who they are, if they're a GM or program manager, we even had one manufacturer, they say one word. They're saying one word only. They're saying, that's bananas. That's what they're saying.
Ed, after we talked yesterday, so I was worked in the car business for 22 years, but it's been a minute since I was there, and I don't have any context. But after we talked yesterday, I was at the grocery store. I ran into this guy asked me about my car. We started talking, and it turns out he's the GM of the local Honda store. And I said, I have an AI program that I want to talk to you about. I know nothing about it at this point, Ed, but I told him that, and I have his information. So you and I need to get together because I want to pitch it to him, whatever.
Yeah. This system has been pioneered. And once it's built, we have it, and it can be sold anywhere to anyone. So yes, I'm pioneering with Frank and stuff, and also we're pioneering in the real estate industry. But once these things are built, it's just like one and done. And you can, this is where, see, the $39 is an entry point. And I know if you look at your commissions, it's kind of small, but I tell everyone, just hold on, guys. This is a snowball effect. Start
Yeah.
small. You're not going to see a lot of money at first. You're not going to make a ton of money on $39. The big money is in these big deals and buying other products. And as we bring more products in, like Blaney, this is going to turn into a massive buying machine for everyone. So just keep signing people up. $39. Yeah, you might see a penny there, 25 cents there. That's not the real money, guys. Although you can make money there too in the thousands, the real money is the reselling of these products.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's exactly right, guys. Incredible. Wow.
Well, thank you all for being here today. Those of you, we had about 50 people on here. 28 people are still on here. And it's just, some have just slowly dropped off. But here's the thing. I firmly believe in my heart of hearts, the 28 people that are on here, the folks who like stick to it, they're so interested, they're digging in, you're working hard, you're elevating your AI intelligence, you're building your future, and you're going to be the ones who are going to truly create generational wealth for you, your children, your children's children, and their grandchildren's grandchildren. I firmly believe those of you that are here are not only going to be at the top, but over the top.